Hello and welcome. You're watching the top Jewish news channel. My name is Michael Vilensky, and my guest today is Eldad Beck, a writer, a journalist, and a specialist on everything that's going on in Europe. Eldad, always great to have you in our studio.
Hi, Michael.
So, Eldad, my question to you is about an article you recently wrote. You wrote about the dangers of some organization that's working in Germany called Generation Islam, which is pro-Palestinian, which supports Hamas. Can you explain us in a couple of words what is that organization and what do they do?
Yeah, well, in our previous discussion, I already mentioned that the wave of so-called pro-Palestinian demonstrations in Europe and in the West is mainly, its main target is actually against the reign in the different Western countries, and not so much Palestinian. They're using the situation around Gaza in order to fight the order that we have in the different Western countries. Now, the best example for this claim is the organization Generation Islam, which is active in Germany and which has been behind the organization of some of the biggest pro-Palestinian demonstrations in different cities in Germany, including demonstrations in which the participants were waving, first of all, Daesh, ISIS flags, and also some very disturbing messages like one Ummah, one unit, one solution Khalifat, which the expression of their call for a transformation of the order in the West into a Islamic Caliphate. Now, the Generation Islam organization, which is, by the way, not the only one doing these activities, is a follow organization to the organization Hizb al-Tahrir, the Party of Liberation, which was established in 1953 in East Jerusalem by an Islamic scholar that was born south of Haifa, and his ideology was based on two ideas. First of all, the Arab and Muslim world must unite again into becoming one Caliphate, one political unity in which the Islam would reign. There is no difference between, no separation between state and religion in the vision of this political organization. And the second idea is that in the Khalifa, which will be in power around the Muslim world, but also there are Muslims, the Sharia, the Islamic law, would be the law, which means that the organization is deeply, first of all, anti-democratic, and that was the reason it was banned by the authorities in Germany in 2003. Now, the official ban became valid in 2012, and immediately afterwards, the Generation Islam appeared, and what they are doing is an amazing mobilization work, ideological mobilization work in the social networks in the German-speaking area, in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, in which they advocate ideology in different means, in video films, in discussions. They are making really a brainwashing, which is extremely successful because it's building on the ignorance of the youth. The main public it's addressing is the young generations. This is, by the way, it also has this hippie name, Generation Islam, like Generation Climate Change, Generation Z, Generation X. It's really going to the public, to the younger public in the German-speaking areas, and they are brainwashing the younger generations in these countries, using mainly now in recent weeks the war around the Gaza Strip and the issue of the so-called Palestine, in order to recruit more Muslims to their ranks. But it's not going only to Muslims, it's also trying to recruit non-Muslims. And as I've told you last time, there are quite a lot of non-Muslims in the West that are open to receive such ideas, and the numbers of Westerns converting into Islam is a reason to be worried.
Eldad, you are talking about the dangers of Islamist organizations in Europe, and kind of working under the surface of the water to really destabilize the countries and push their own Islamist agendas. My question to you is, which of the European countries have the most adequate reaction to those kinds of actions of Muslim organizations? Where do we see the strongest reaction?
Well, I believe that there are actually two European countries which have as a policy the obstruction of political Islam, which is another name for radical Islam. And those countries are France, where the Muslim community is a very big and active one, and France has also been victim of horrible mass terrorist attacks in recent years, and therefore it is extremely active in trying to stop this phenomenon. And the second country is Austria, and that has started under the chancellorship of Sebastian Kurz, even well before, when he was foreign minister and minister for integration. He already started an activity trying to define exactly the areas in which this radical Islam is active, and trying to find solutions that would enable a very concrete and efficient fight against this phenomenon, which is not only a threat to the Western societies, as we have seen in the Middle East, it's also a threat for the Muslim communities themselves.
Eldad, thank you very much for your insight and this amazing interview. It's always very enriching to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you also to all of our viewers who saw this interview. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on WhatsApp, the link to which you see in the description to this video, and on the rest of our social media platforms, including YouTube, which you should subscribe to here. Thank you very much, and have a great day.